Selina Riverflare slipped into the world on 27 August 1999 inside a cedar shack tilted over the mossy banks of the Suwannee River, North Florida. Dawn fog still ghosted the Cypress niece when her mother, a traveling Zydeco accordionist who tucks dried gardenia petals beside her reeds, pressed a syrupy run that hushed the frog. Her father, a spring deviser turned river mapping cartographer who sketches cloudfish on worn dive slate, leaned so close their foreheads bump and promised his new daughter that rapids, rumors, and riverlocks all release for any soul sturdy enough to occupy her full outline and never fold inward. Curves flow down the Riverflare family tree like tannin water winding through limestone, so nobody panicked when baby Selina ripped a second cotton swaddle before the kettle whistled. Granny Magnolia eased a fishbone needle through the frayed seams, filled the gaps with 4-inch strips cut from a sun-bleached quilt, then laughed that extra cloth cost pocket change while teaching a child to shrink might rob her of whole horizons she has not yet seen. Elementary hallways smelled of pencil stubs, fried catfish plates from the cafeteria, and river mist sneaking through weathered window frames. Selina already loomed a head taller than her classmates, blocking the projector beam each time she diagrammed compound predicates. One muggy recess, a pair of boys hopped circles around her chanting tugboat freight whenever her sneakers smacked the chalked hop grid. That evening, she combed the sandbar, scooped soda caps, polished smooth by current, threaded them on trot line, stitched the jangling string down her mint hoodie, and strode into class the next sunrise, scattering rainbow freckles across ceiling tiles. A substitute music aide caught 8 shaky seconds on a flip phone and posted the sparkle to a newborn video site. By lunchtime, 15,000 strangers applauded the girl who spun ridicule into lighthouse shimmer. That night, Selina scribbled one promise in purple gel across her math sheet margin. Clouds crowd only until I flash them bright enough to pop. Weekends belonged to Otter Springs, where her mother's accordion riffs mingled with the hiss of hush puppy fryers, boat engines coughing awake, and kids hunting crawdads under dock planks. Door-bought jeans stalled halfway up Selina's thighs, so she traded tip jar quarters for sun-faded cast net, unraveled it into silky rope, crocheted high-waist shorts, sprayed osprey silhouettes in squid ink, and posed at sunset against rust-patched pilings while her cousin snapped grainy photos. She stuck each frame into an online journal she called River Lantern. The very week a photo-sharing app trickled across patchy towers. Captions fluttered between Swanee drawl and frank English truths. Curves anchor squall steadier than levee walls. Before her 16th birthday, 54,000 unseen friends double-tapped every amber dust shot. Proof that distant screens hush, lunchroom whispers louder than any hall monitor hush. Metrology scholarship ferried her north to Georgia Tech. Daylight disappeared inside turbine labs. Nights belonged to a 24-hour shrimp and grits truck, glowing neon coral beside magnolia shade. The heat lamp became her lone softbox. Between spicy orders, she filmed 90-second reels, twisting parchment into camellia barrettes while decoding dart rotation in a voice half river hush, half lecture crackle. On clip laid river otter chirps over a pocket synth groove as she chain-stitched reflective anchor cord into thrift denim. 48 hours later, the reel skimmed beyond 1 million plays. Golf-style blogs crowned her the grits truck couturier, yet every sponsor email jammed at size 16. Selina slid each pitch into a folder marked shrinking nets, dabbed sriracha from her cuff, and flipped another buttery ball. A spring flood delivered an email from Columbia Sportswear inviting her to design a water swasher capsule tagged Delta Pulse. Selina replied with 3 non-negotiables, patterns stretching to 60-inch hips, half the crew hired from Southern Community College design grads, and 10% of net profit routed into freshwater muscle restoration along the Swanee. Columbia signed before sunrise bled coral into the lab windows. The shoot opened at dawn on a cypress shelf where herons dagger minnows between mist flares. Selina coached curvy paddleboarders through mirror glass while a drone scribbled lazy figure eights overhead. When the lookbook dropped, every extended size shell vanished within 41 hours across 27 countries. River Lantern vaulted past 700,000 followers. As still fragrant with smoked paprika, she ducked behind rice sacks, balanced her phone atop a lemon crate, and live-streamed tear-bright thanks beneath buzzing fluorescence. First, gentle nudge if this tide already tugs at your ribs. Tap subscribe right this sec so the next wave lands in your feed before algorithm currents shift. Do it now. The river is moving and I want you on board for the full ride. Fall sight shimmer, beckon rumor cranes. A gossip vlog claims Selina cinched carbon panels around her waist beneath those shells. At sunrise, she paddled a cedar board through glassy backwater, stood firm in sports bra and linen shorts, traced each stretch stripe with crushed bougainvillea, and pulled a blue steep-striped accordion cord that splashed against cypress trunks. 10 million viewers reposted the jam titled Bougainvillea Proof, dusting pink across their own curves until gossip vanished downriver. Grits braided with capsule royalties into tiebreaker glow, a whipped body custard swirling, Tupelo blossom butter, pecan show oil, and mica sparks that flash pearl under phone flash. 19,000 tins cooled on her father's skiff bench, lids knotted with braided trot line, each label reading Moisturize Your Horizon. Stock drained in 83 minutes, earning $198,000. 20% launched Beacon grants, sending industrial surgers and hydrophone kits to plus-size teens in Swamp County schools from Lake City to Apopka. 7 months later, 36 grantees staged a pontoon fashion and manatee song parade under paper lanterns strung across the river, streamed live to sunrise anchors from Nairobi to Nuuk. Atlanta Fashion Week minted new river lore when a backstage blower sliced her emerald mesh gown from rib to knee with 90 seconds to curtain. Selina tore neon dock rope from a lighting truss, laced the gash like boot hooks, and strode the runway as if the splice had existed from first sketch. Camera shutters snapped like shrimp shells popping. Vogue Piedmont dubbed the rescue rope Cadence, and another million lantern voyagers surfaced before brass horns warmed the after-party air. Turbulence popped again when a fired handler leaked cropped emails claiming she demanded crawfish eclair towers and chauffeured fan boats for her rescue pelican, Cypress. She posted every line, refillable water urns, lentil stew for crew, caption tablets for deaf stylists, and then wired that month's affiliate Harvest, $136,000, into biodegradable crab trap pilots along Gulf estuaries. Fans echoed her boatyard mantra, receipts burn brighter than rumor grit, until whispers fizzled like Coke on hot tin. By midsummer, River Lantern shimmered across 6.8 million Instagram hearts, 3.3 million real voyagers, and a touch over 2 million faithful channel subscribers, engagement grazing 10% and toppling brand decks everywhere. Cartier invited her to headline a Topaz Surge short filmed inside St. Mark's Lighthouse Lens. She said yes once Cartier pledged therapy stipends for oyster deck hands battered by hurricane blooms. The final clip, her wrist scattering amber shards across iron ribs, became Cartier's most saved post of the quarter. Family holds her compass still. Twice each month she streams Strings and Sting. Mom rides accordion glissandos beside a propane skillet. Dad recites cloud haiku, and Selina flips thrift denim under fairy bulbs. One broadcast hit 9 million when Cypress waddled through powdered sugar and sneezed a white cloud onto the mic. A wildlife refuge now sponsors every stream, tagging recuperated pelicans with solar beacons funded by Tiebreaker Glow. Glow revenue sailed beyond 12 million before its second birthday. She leased a vacant clam packing shed, punched skylights through corrugated roof sheets, and hired furloughed dock hands, plus designed grads to whip and jar custard, each 10 notch shut by hand during midday stretch dances to accordion house cuts. Packaging consultants begged for shrink bands. She repeated her mother's creed: fingertips keep legends long after robots forget and rope ties remain beats. She threads mental health candor through her feed. Limestone bluff portraits pair with grits, trucks, selfies, captions, same sky, different weather. She shares breath loops recorded in echo caves, printable reframing pages in English and Creek, and sliding scale counseling links. 113,000 followers say her river honesty became their first safe harbor. For the community rides, shimmer and crushed shell paint. Hundreds cruise the county levee at dusk wearing Tiebreaker Glow across collarbones and LED crawfish tassels on spokes. Ticket proceeds widen Beacon grants and install wheelchair snorkel lifts at spring boils. Chowder shacks keep pots simmering late because gumbo bowls lift 15% on ride nights. Selina pedals lead on a vintage cruiser, with Cypress plush bungeed in a wicker cradle, pausing to tighten any rider's wandering lace. She is drafting a memoir titled Currents Keep Names for 11 language editions next autumn, while a dock crew trails her quest to turn decommissioned river buoys into floating maker labs for high schools dotting the Gulf watershed. Puma's Wideswave Wave Lantern sneaker splashes next quarter, threaded with reflective rope and cushioned by algae foam, channeling 10% of revenue into beacon projects up and down the southeast coast. Second reminder, ripples past your screen. If that subscribe button still blushes red, turn it soft gray. One tap locks your boarding pass so tomorrow's story pulls in before algorithm tides twist. As playback ends, paddle into the description, waiting there are fresh tiebreaker glow drops, the quick gate to beacon, grant entry, tonight's streams and steam playlist, and a pocket compass, a research grounded kit of conversation starters and calm confidence drills that plots the clearest route to genuine love, and yes, the most dependable way to make any woman you meet feel that quiet tug. All free right below. If the suited capscine, rope cadence gown, rescue, or cypress sneeze sparked your grin, punch that like heart, share your loudest, ripple in the comments, and toss this voyage to a friend whose cells droop in dead air. Every curve redirects currents, every scar refracts moonlight, and the Swanee bends for anyone who plants both boots on the pier and greets tomorrow wide, two-eyed. Better than softest breeze lands here. Subscribe right now, claim your rail, and meet me on the next rising tide when a fresh story glimmers beyond the breakers and courage calls your name once more.